Do you struggle keeping on track with your priorities? Does life stop you from getting where you want to be? You can live your life one of two ways, either letting life lead you where it will, or taking control and letting life follow you. If you want to take control, stick around, I'll show you how to do just that. Hi, I'm Nick, and this is my channel, Nick's Mindful Tips. My goal is to help others lead a happier and more fulfilling life. Setting your priorities straight can be very difficult for many people, including myself. Even when you do have them set straight, it's very easy for them to fall out of line. The first priority in your life should always be yourself. Of course, if you have kids, they'll be at the very top of your priority list, but in order for them to grow into the people that you want them to, you'll want to make sure that you put yourself very first. Maybe you don't have kids, maybe you have a career that you are fully invested in. If you put that career in front of yourself, it can become very destructive. If you become overworked because of this, not only can it lead to mental health issues or physical issues, it can also mess up the career itself. You become late, deadlines get missed, you make mistakes. If you don't give yourself the correct charge, how can you expect to surge the things around you with the energy that they need if you yourself don't have the energy that you need? Self-care is very important. When you are lacking, it snowballs into every other area of your life. And speaking of lacking, the first thing that you should not be lacking in is sleep. I have a lot I have to do tomorrow. The kitchen is a mess. That needs done first. Didn't I tell my friend I'd see him for lunch tomorrow? Crap. What year was Lincoln born? 1809? No, 1810? No, wait, 1809? Why does it feel like something keeps jabbing me in my back? Why haven't I blown up on YouTube yet? It's like a golden rule at this point. Everyone knows that you need your sleep. Proper sleep is very important for keeping a good rhythm, but proper sleep can be very hard to come by in today's day and age. Phones, TV, and caffeine are some of the biggest contributors as to why we don't get enough sleep. Blue light from phones and TVs have a very big effect on our sleep. Blue light affects our circadian rhythm when we expose ourselves to it after sunset, making it more difficult for us to wind down and doze off when we finally lay down for bed. Do you ever find yourself laying in bed for hours wondering why you can't fall asleep? I would recommend minimally putting your phone away for at least 1 hour before you actually go to bed. I personally find it much easier when I put my phone away and read a book like an hour before I go to bed. I am much more relaxed and naturally less tense in doing so. Caffeine is another really big one. About 90% of Americans consume caffeine, and a quarter of them consume it more than one time a day. This is where many run into the issue of caffeine affecting their sleep. The half-life of caffeine is about 5 hours, which means about 5 hours after you've consumed your caffeine, about half of it is still in your system. Now, of course, everybody's body is different, but the average is about 5 hours for the general public. And that means that about 10 whole hours after you consume caffeine is when it finally gets all out of your system. The next time you think about having a late afternoon caffeine fix, I would consider this. Practicing meditation can also help to get very rejuvenating sleep. Without proper sleep, we are unable to function at our highest capacity. We are less motivated and more irritable. It can crush any sense of ambition for us and will stop us from pushing ourselves and holding ourselves accountable. Without priorities, life would be chaos for all. I want you to ask yourself something. What are your priorities? Why do you have these priorities? In order to keep yourself committed, you might want to understand why you've set the priorities the way that you have. If your number one priority is to get off of work and go to the gym so that you can look and feel better, then knowing that that's what drives you is very important. You do need to be sure not to set unrealistic expectations for yourself. Once you understand why you have the priorities the way that you do, then you can start focusing on the how. How can you set yourself up for better success? Figure out what is the most important all the way down to what is the least important. Definitely don't neglect the things that are lowest on the pole. Once you do this, you can set up a game plan. How do you start? What needs to happen? Do you have to start cutting into your own playtime to focus on what matters? Don't overexert yourself, but there is a fine line that you have to meet. Writing is a very good tool for setting yourself up for success and to hold yourself accountable. You can use a journal or you can use post-it notes. When you see physical words written in front of you, it can help you to follow through. Writing it out makes it real. If you don't write it out and it sits in your head to get lost, whoever knew that it was there to begin with? Writing can also be a great tool for becoming more aware of your thoughts and feelings. If you kept a journal of what you did and didn't do throughout the day, it will help to keep you more mindful over time. Phones can be very addicting and can push us right off of our priority train. I am very guilty of this at times. It's addicting. You look at a text, the text leads you to a conversation. You jump on social media, you scroll it. You click on a video, you watch it. The next thing you know, 2 hours has gone by. And after that 2 hours, what do you have to show for it? Set aside some time each day just to put your phone out of sight. Use that time to take care of some things that you need to get done. No distractions, no excuses. Did you need to text your friend back about the party that's next weekend? Or could it have waited a couple hours until you took care of some things? We give ourselves these excuses to justify why we haven't gotten done what we need to. Some priorities are non-negotiable, while others can flip around depending on circumstances. If your priority for the day was to go through your closet and start cleaning up some junk, it's okay if something came up and you had to put that aside, as long as whatever it is that came up was something that actually was important. It can be overwhelming if you're focusing on too many things at any given time. Focus on one thing and stick to it. Alright, time to get my day started. Well, it's not like I need the whole day to do stuff. Get up, Mufasa, just get up. You can get up.
Scar! Help me! Long live the king!
It gets me every time, Simba. Alright, time to start moving. Shoot, I'm supposed to meet my friend for lunch. Alright, when I get back, no more distractions. The dishes are getting done. Alright, dishes. Wow, this floor is a mess. Maybe I should vacuum it first. Alright, dishes, and that table is a mess. Why do I do this to myself? If you set some time aside to take care of something, then stick to it until it's done. If you try to focus on too many things at once, you'll create more stress for yourself than anything. On your next free day, go take care of the thing that you've been putting off for the past 2 months. That thing that you've been putting off has just been causing you unnecessary stress. The less stress you have, the more equipped you are to tackle your priorities. Work on becoming aware of your day-to-day activities. The more you catch yourself not doing what you need to be, the more aware of it you will be in the future. It helps to create a habit out of it and to help focus your attention on what's necessary. You will never get to where you want to be in life if you do not take your priorities seriously. Take charge of your life and stop letting things slip away. Don't let negative voices stop you from doing what you've set yourself up to do. Engage with yourself, have a serious conversation with yourself. Ask yourself what life you are willing to live. Mediocrity is becoming so common in today's day and age. You set the pace for your own success. Push yourself to do more and to be something more. If you feel yourself slipping, remember why your priorities are the way that they are. They have a purpose and you are the only one who knows what that is. Do you surround yourself with discouraging people? The people in your life have a much bigger impact than you might realize. If you don't surround yourself with people who have similar goals or ambitions, they will only drag you away from your own goals and ambitions. Get those people out of your life or minimally distance yourself from them. Find people who will help to motivate you. Commit yourself, or punish yourself if you don't do what you say you're going to do. Or try to find people who will help you to hold you accountable. Your only limitation is you. It's not easy finding a good cadence and keeping up with everything, but you can do it. Many do it every day and create success for themselves. Start small and work your way up to doing more and more. Find a rhythm and it will get easier over time. If you need to unwind when things get to be too much, take some time to de-stress. Give yourself a break. Once you feel recharged, continue on. We are all capable of doing much more than we give ourselves credit. As I've talked about before, we must push away our comfort so that we can expand and grow. Get comfortable doing more. And with that being said, that is the end. Leave a comment and let me know what you guys do to keep your priorities straight. And with that being said, have a good day, guys. If you become overworked because of this, it can not only lead to mental health issues or physical issues, but it can also mess the career up within itself. You can become late, or you can have... If you become overworked because of this, not only can it lead to mental health issues or physical issues, it can also mess up the career itself. You might start being late, or you might start forgetting that, why am I messing this up so